Sidekicks is brought to you by Pace Setter Soccer Club. Soccer excellence since 1980.
And then there was just one local area high school soccer team left playing, as the Anthony Wayne girls will play for a state title coming up on Saturday night. We are joined by Danny Fisher, Executive Director of Pace Setter, and Chris Black, who's been on the call for several of those general soccer games as they have made the successful march all the way down to Columbus. And Chris, against Medina, we saw what we've seen the last couple of games out of this Anthony Wayne team, where Emily Gardner has been the hot scorer, the hot head, if you will.
Yeah, and it's been on set pieces mostly, and she came into the postseason with only a couple of goals in the regular season, but come postseason, she's been on fire. Last two games, you're looking at 2 goals in the regional finals, as well as then 1 goal in the semifinal to push them through. All off corner kicks sent in by Shelby Harrington. The serves have been fantastic, and I don't want to take too much credit, but they are undefeated when I call their games.
They're also undefeated when you don't call their games.
You know, we don't need the gloss. You can just gloss right over that. But no, it's been phenomenal for her. You know, I wasn't sure coming into this year. You wonder where the scoring is going to come from. And all year it's been really wide. And, you know, obviously Hannah Ribicki's done a phenomenal job almost every single year. But now I think she has a lot more players with her. They're a lot more athletic this year. They spread that whole field out, and they're very difficult to deal with on set pieces. Like you just talked about, Emily Gardner's been on fire so far, and that leads us into an interesting situation in the final, because that goes the same thing for Lakota West. They're a problem defending corner kicks as well as attacking corner kicks, so it'll be an interesting matchup.
Danny, you look at what Keaton Grabacek has done in net for this Anthony Wayne team. She's been the superstar, but she's got a very solid line ahead of her that's making her job a little bit easier. Yeah, I mean, she's had a really good season. She's made the saves which you would expect somebody like her to make, but she's also come up with some really big saves as well. You know, the players in front of her have done fantastic. You always defend as a team. From the front, they've defended really well. They've got plenty of pace. They've got plenty of kids who are willing. You get Emily Gardner at the back. She wins headers. She not only scores goals, she wins headers. She wins tackles. She strikes the ball well, and she's very comfortable on the ball as well. So they've got a great chance Saturday, and I'm looking forward to the game. Chris, as you've touched on, this is going to be a very tough matchup for Anthony Wayne, but that's what you want out of a state championship game. It's not going to be easy for anybody in that game. Yeah,
and you really assume, obviously, it's going to be down to the best of the best, or someone who's just on fire with luck to this point. But the interesting thing for Lakota West, Kaylin Dudokovic, 48 goals. That's all she's done this year. 48 goals on the season so far. She's about 6 feet tall. So we've seen her get into it on obviously set piece offensively. Interesting enough, defensively, they're pulling her out of the back on corner kicks, and they're putting her up top, and she's who they get out through. And against Loveland, it was a 1v2. They clear out from a Loveland corner kick to her. She goes about 70 yards untouched after receiving the ball, and they win 1-0 over Loveland. She did something very similar in the last round against Dublin Kaufman as well. So she is a matchup problem. So it's going to have to be the consistent Anthony Wayne team defending and team attacking, really, to break that team down offensively, and also hold back Dudokovic to try to limit her chances.
Generals will take on Lakota West coming up Saturday night, 7 o'clock at Moffray Stadium down in Columbus. And, of course, you will be able to see that game on BCSN. Check your local listings for the replay times, as Anthony Wayne trying to complete a perfect season and take home a state championship. That's going to do it for us tonight on Sidekicks. We'll have more next week with the annual awards for the soccer season.